Hi Cancer, this is Gemstone here, giving you your reading for October 2020. I was struggling with how I wanted to orient my videos, if I wanted you to see my face. I tried that, but I recognized because the light that I'm using is kind of bright, it was very hard to see in that way. So now you are seeing the cards, and I find that the cards are the most important part. So the message is really what's important, not my face. But you can find me on Instagram. I will link that all below. Today is October 1st. There's a full moon in Aries. Chiron, the wounded healer. This is an asteroid or a comet. It's very undivided. I mean, it's undecided and divided on whether it is an asteroid or a comet in the astrological or the astrology community. Actually, it doesn't really matter. But it's one of those two. It represents the wounded healer, and it's also in Aries. And then we have Mars retrograde in Aries currently. So there's just a lot of energy in the sign Aries. And because of that, you might be feeling energetically exhausted. And maybe you're unable to explain why. It could be the full moon. Saturn also just came out of retrograde yesterday and is direct in Saturn. So, is direct in Capricorn. So all of these things I'm saying could be the reason why you're feeling the way you're feeling if you are not feeling in a way that makes sense to how you were feeling yesterday. Today we're going to do a reading for October, and this reading is going to show you the theme of your month, and then I will clarify it with I'll clarify it so that we can get a more enriched understanding of what it is that you'll experience this month, or just what you need to know for the month. I feel drawn to this deck. Rose quartz is on top. Don't know if that means anything to anyone, but we're gonna get right into your reading. And I have right here, we have the Justice card and we have the High Priestess. Cancer. The High Priestess is the Moon card, and Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So I don't know if you feel like you're in your power right now with the Moon in Aries. Maybe you have your Moon sign in Aries and this is heightening your power. But the High Priestess is an intuitive energy. And Justice is a very fair energy. They kind of go together because Justice is ruled by Venus. And Venus and the Moon are the two feminine planets or feminine solar bodies in our solar system. We're looking for Cancers. Ooh, and then the Magician. Oh no, the Four of Wands came out. Cancers. Aw, Cancer. Okay. What just flew out was the Lovers. For Cancer, we're looking for their theme of the month. Their theme of the month. And we end on the Tower. So this could be a relationship. Ooh. It could be, and then the Devil's behind it. But then, oh gosh, if we were to go down this rabbit hole of all the cards. Okay, so just looking at just these four for a second before I continue my shuffling process. Okay. Oh, we're going to look at so much. What are we going to look at? Okay, we're going to stop right here. What initially came out was the Four of Wands. So there's a foundation that was built, and then here flew out the Lovers, literally. So a foundation that was built with a person. And this foundation had a rude awakening, maybe, or a realization that it exists, or it was a realization that it was toxic. Now, although you know this, you're still being asked to be loving and to assert your power. We're going to get back into the shuffling process, but that's just an aside. And then I just saw, there's a lot going on here. I saw the Sun card, and the Sun card represents clarity. And then at the bottom, we have the Moon card, and that represents the unknown. So it just feels like you're on a journey right now. Maybe you're on an emotional roller coaster, Cancer. Maybe you're going on an emotional roller coaster in a relationship. and it just has you feeling this way, that way. What do I do? This happened, that happened. I feel that way right now. I feel like, what? This? Wait, huh? It's activating my third eye or the middle of my forehead. I can feel that chakra. Yeah. It feels like a stressful time. No, it feels like a stressful time. It feels like a stressful time. And this could be just aligning with yourself. And then at the end, we still have the moon. Okay. So let's look at what is the theme for Cancer. Okay. So the theme of the month is movement. And then we have the moon. So this could be movement towards the unknown. This could be things that you are not known becoming known to you. So you might be getting answers if you're looking for answers. I keep reaching for this deck, so I'm going to clarify with this deck. All right, we're going to clarify the 8 of Wands for Cancer. And we have clarification on the 8 of Wands for Cancer. This is for their theme of October. The Empress came out twice. So, and Temperance came out. Okay, so everyone's getting Temperance. Everyone's getting Temperance. Okay, what is happening? So maybe a lot of cards fell out, to be honest. I'm like trying to see, like, is that a message? No, it's just a lot of cards. Okay, so out of our pre-shuffle, this is the pre-shuffle for the shuffle that we're gonna do. We have the Empress and Temperance. So the Empress came out twice. Venus energy. I don't know if Cancer right now, your heart is not in a loving space, but you're being asked to be loving. I don't know if you're being asked to be loving, life-giving, sweet. And with Temperance, like having a balance. So it could be that you are exhibiting a lot of that energy and you're being asked to be more balanced, but I feel like it's more of the former, that right now your heart might not be open and you're being asked to open your heart even though you might have been hurt. We'll figure it out. The process of shuffling is a process. But there's movement somewhere. And just so that you know, I'm looking at the time. Looking at the clock. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8, double 8. So we have the 8 of Cups. Jeez. I understand why doing a lot of readings in a day could just get your mind in a tongue tie. The 8 of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords. So I get that energy of feeling oof, feeling stuck. And it's self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted, but it doesn't feel that way. And I can imagine it being very stressful. So this emotional roller coaster that you're having, experiencing, or you're experiencing at this time, could just leave you feeling really mentally drained. Right now, we're going to clarify the 8 of Wands. Let's get to know it. So the Sun, the 8 of Pentacles. We have triple eights. The 7 of Pentacles. And the Hermit. Okay. Let's see. Put that here. Okay, so the clarity that you seek, there's clarity that you're seeking, is arriving with this movement here. And we have the Sun and the Moon. And before, remember I said that the Sun was shown? Yeah, it's back out in a new deck. So we have the Sun and the Moon. There's this balancing. So you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, the Lovers could also represent just an alignment within yourself. And it could be a turbulent time with trying to figure out this and that within yourself. And this is like preparing you for maybe integration. Maybe you're doing shadow work and you're integrating both lightness and darkness in your life. So this represents the unknown aspects, not evil parts, but the unknown aspects of yourself, and then your conscious self, blending these two things together. And the movement that's taking place could be movement in the direction of having clarity on your purpose. That's one way it just came out. So let's just go down this route for a second. Clarity on your purpose, and it has you working on your mastery, like mastering your craft, working on self-mastery. This could be you building yourself from the ground up. This could be you putting time into something that you enjoy. And to be honest, the productivity is not the focus. The focus is the experience, the journey. And it leads you to having to be patient about something. And it could be just patient about what you've been spending a lot of time on. During the process of working, you recognize, wait, this could bear fruit. And now you're being asked to relax, or not necessarily relax, but be patient and withdraw. This feels, to be honest, this feels less physical and more internal. You've worked on yourself, and it could be that you are stressing yourself out or expecting yourself to be your end result. You're not focusing on the journey. You're focusing on what to receive out of this journey. So let's say you are the type to be very giving in a relationship, and now you're learning your boundaries by understanding your values. You're expecting it to happen really quickly, or you're expecting it to happen now because I did all this work, it should happen now. Being asked to be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, and there's this need for you to recluse and go inside of yourself. Feel spiritual. It feels spiritual for that one aspect. Now, for the one in a relationship. In that relationship, it seems like one minute you have clarity, the next minute you don't know. One minute you have clarity, the next minute you don't know. Well, now this is a moment where you're going to have clarity. You're currently in a state of not knowing, and this movement is towards clarity. While this is happening, there's this need for you to focus your attention from where it is, which is not on things that are going to build you, on things that will build you. Focus on things that can give back to you. Because I feel like this relationship that you're in is one-sided, it feels. And this could be you working on your relationship, working on this relationship with this person. And now you're being asked to be patient because maybe now they need to start giving you things in return, because it has been quite one way. Regardless, I'm feeling the need for you to be reflective. So although, yes, you're going to get some form of clarity, it may not be the answers that you want. It may not be the answers that you want. And it is requiring you to, in this state of unknowing or not knowing, to reflect on. It doesn't feel like even the situation. It's reflect on yourself, reflect on how you feel, reflect on you. And maybe through that reflection, you'll realize that this is not even in alignment with you. You wanted it because it was offered to you. Or maybe you wanted it because it wasn't being offered to you. And maybe deep down you have a thing where you seek validation. And in the seeking of validation, you go for things that seem impossible so that you can conquer it and then prove to yourself that you're worthy, but you really are worthy. You're always worthy. You always have your power. And at times when it feels like it's taken away from you, exploring where it went and getting it back figuratively, because it's always within you, might be the shadow work that you're doing, like that's needed. And this also is indicative of shadow work with the moon, the dark side of ourselves, the unknown side of ourselves, and the hermit, which is the light to go inside. And the light of the hermit just lights the path of your feet. There's still a need to be brave, to continue this journey inside of yourself, to understand, one, to appreciate the journey, but two, to be brave, move into the unknown, and maybe that's how you will seek the clarity that you need, that you're seeking, that you want. So to recap, I'm feeling two different energies. I'm feeling one energy, the one that I just said, which is more it's in a relationship. It's in a romantic relationship where things are up and down every second and someone's not being very honest. And it's requiring a lot of your emotional, or you're providing a lot of your mental and emotional energy, which is leaving you feeling drained. And now you're in a position where you don't know, but clarity will be coming to you. And this clarity, I don't think it's going to be what you want. I don't think it's going to be what you want. In terms of if you were looking to have this relationship continue, I feel like it's going to lead you away and for you to be on your own. It's going to lead you for you to be on your own. And the fact that we saw the High Priestess earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw the High Priestess earlier when I was shuffling. It just, those two cards, so the High Priestess and the Hermit, is more for you to recluse, more for you to come into yourself and for you to focus on yourself. And focus on yourself, but the actual aspect of yourself that is you and not your three-dimensional body, but your soul. You're being drawn down into your soul, or into your soul. It's not down or up, unless it is for you. But I said down, so I don't know why I said that. Because where you are right now is this, you're in this unknown, self-inflicted misery. It's draining your energy. And on top of it, we have 888. I don't know if that number is significant to any Cancer out there, but yeah, we have 3 8s. 8, 8, and 8 with 3 different suits. The only 8 that's missing is the 8 of Cups, which is to walk away. And maybe that's exactly what you need to do. Maybe that's why it's missing. To show you your answer in a different way. In the more unknown way. I feel... Before I was feeling anxious, and now I'm feeling more relaxed. So I don't know if this is going to lead you to feel the way that I'm feeling right now, but I feel like we're at the end of your reading, Cancer. This was for October 2020. Time is fluid, so it's not literally only for this time if this resonates for you and you watch this at a different time. But the time that it will be dated is for October 2020. I wish you all the best. And I will see you, or you will see me, in your November reading. All right, take care.